What are these little things that you see on all of the tennis rackets? How do you install them? What are they used for? Everything dampener coming up right now. Let's start with the name. They are called vibration dampeners or shock absorbers, and as you can tell by the name, when you're hitting something, hopefully in the sweet spot, you're getting that shock, that vibration that carries down the racket to the handle, and by having this rubbery material in there, it's going to absorb it and dampen that feel. So what you want to do is place this in the racket. Centered is optimal, towards the bottom, and nothing can go above that lowest string. So there is a rule in tennis that if you're playing in a sanctioned event, nothing can go higher than that final bottom string. So you place it below, you place it in the center, and now all of that shock, all of that harshness doesn't get transferred to your hand and gets pulled by the rubbery material. So you've guessed it, if you have a smaller dampener, it's going to absorb less shock. If you have a larger dampener that weaves in between, touches more strings, hits more objects, it's going to take away more shock and reduce that feel. Now that question that everyone asks is this worthwhile? Is it good? Is it better? And that depends on the player. So if you like that response, you can play without a dampener or use a smaller dampener, even lowering it so it might touch 2 strings instead of 3. If you don't want that harshness, maybe you have a tough elbow, tough wrist, etc., get a larger dampener, put it in there. I do warn against using more dampeners, which a lot of kids like to do. One will do the trick, and it's not going to make you play any better or any worse. It's going to affect the sound response that you get and that shock response. So if you like a muted feel and you want that lower thud sound, definitely use a dampener, take care of that body. If you want a more enhanced feel and be connected to the racket, don't use a dampener, use a rubber band, anything of that nature. And if you ever have any questions, whether it be equipment, tiny things like dampeners, or anything that you see behind us, let us know in the comments and we will show you some other videos right now.